Off to a great start.
Thank you, Otterbox.
My phone actually has a whole bunch of cracks on it, but I think it's just the protective screen. But I just refuse to switch it out for a new one.
Ain't comfortable.
I feel like we need like beanbag chairs.
That's really comfortable, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe too comfortable for a podcast.
For a podcast? But you can make a podcast whatever you want.
That's true.
To be.
That's
Maybe
true.
I'll just have a beanbag chair and you can have that chair.
Okay.
That way we can really show
Yeah.
the dynamic.
Yeah.
So I'm actually in an upset mood.
Okay.
You asked me how I was doing and I lied. I said I was
You're
doing
upset.
okay.
All right.
Because my Amazon packages have been coming late.
Okay.
I was supposed to get, and there were Christmas decorations for my desk out there.
Okay.
And I was supposed to get them by 10 p.m. the latest last night.
Yeah.
Arriving late. Now I'm supposed to get it by the 7th.
Oh, wow. That's a big shift.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I was not happy.
I mean, something could have happened to the driver. Something. We hope not.
You're so right.
And I think your Christmas decorations, 2 more days.
I just want to bring the spirit into the office.
I think we have a tree set up.
We do. I need more. I got a tree for my desk. A little one, but it lights up.
So, all right.
Very
so
excited.
Have you, speaking of Christmas spirit, have you watched any movies?
Yes, we've watched Home Alone 1 and 2.
Okay.
I tried watching, because there's like 5. Did you know that?
Home Alones?
Yes.
There's 2.
That exactly. So that's what we were saying. But I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. And I don't really want to. I'm not in a mood to like waste a good Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So I tried watching the third one, watched 3 minutes of it, turned it off.
And I think that's like hands down the best of 3 to 5.
Yeah. It's
Like
crazy.
4 or 5, I don't know.
However many they ventured. I was like, this is getting ridiculous. Put an end to it. So I shut it off. And then we started watching season 2 of the Santa Claus on Disney Plus.
Yep. I've seen season 1. We just realized that there was a season 2.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's like same spiel. Like there's always a problem. They need to see Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
So I started watching. We haven't watched really any. Well, I say we. I've not watched any movies yet. But I did send you one, Spirited, that you need to watch. You're gonna really enjoy it. The Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell one from last year.
Yes.
That's got to be on your. So we're gonna watch that. But I started watching last night. Trish and I started watching. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it, but it's on Netflix, and it's like, it's got Ed Helms and Jennifer Garner, and they like and 2 kids, and they like
that's
switch
a new one.
bodies.
How was that?
So we're halfway through, and it's been funny. So it's enjoy. I mean, it's not.
Is it a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie. It's not super Christmassy.
You're
but
halfway through a movie? You don't finish movies in one sitting?
I'm very much your generation in that respect. So what happened was 8:15 hit, and I said to my wife,
It's time for bed.
It's time for bed. And
we're 15 minutes past.
So not her bedtime. So she looked at me. So she didn't. I go, hey, can we finish this tomorrow? And she's like, oh, what time is it? And she looked at her watch. She goes, oh, it's your bedtime, isn't it? I was like, it is my bedtime.
I can't. Okay.
So,
justice for Trish, because that's.
So she did switch over to something else. I'm not sure what she watched, but I went and did my my nightly routine of flossing and brushing and mouth washing and
Oh my God.
hit the hay.
Hit the hay.
So hopefully we'll wrap that tonight. And but yeah, it's been enjoyable. She decided it was going to be a Christmas movie for her. 2 Christmas. I don't know how these came to be again. 2 Christmas movies were going to be Hamilton and
Interesting.
And the Greatest Showman.
Okay.
That one I kind of get.
The Greatest Showman, I can get down more with than Hamilton.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because it was released on Broadway, around Christmas.
Maybe. I've never seen Hamilton still.
You should.
Even on the Disney. I feel like we've talked about this.
Yeah.
But my brother is obsessed with Hamilton. Yeah. Not so much anymore, but there was a time where he was diehard fan.
I'm going to 2 Broadway shows this year. On Broadway. Not off Broadway.
On Broadway. Official.
Which would be first for me. I missed I don't know what you know about Broadway, but I missed the original Rent showing
Wow.
when I was in high school because I broke my ankle and my class went without me.
Isn't that you couldn't go?
No, I
You
was
broke
like in the
it.
hospital.
Oh, it was like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
isn't Rent? Did you ever see that movie with Andrew Garfield? And it was like a musical, and I'm pretty sure it was about the guy that made Rent.
Yeah, that one was it was on HBO, I think.
Maybe.
There was Rent, like the musical.
Right, but it was about like the guy that made it.
Yeah, that was okay.
And he did an amazing. Andrew Garfield did an amazing job in it.
Okay, maybe I missed.
You and Trish should watch that if you haven't.
Okay.
I think it's on Netflix, and I don't know what it's called, but it was really good. And it was kind of just about his life and, like writers, artists, whatever, are always struggling. But he's like, no, it's gonna be something, and everyone's kind of like,
I think he was sick, right?
Yeah, he got sick. I think he got AIDS.
Yeah, the whole, not the whole, but the show was about HIV. And
Yes, I think that's like because that was the time.
Yeah.
Or maybe even I don't know. You'll have to watch it. It was really good.
Yeah. So.
So Rent.
So we're going to 2 Broadway shows anyway. Back to the Future, which I'm like.
That's on Broadway.
Yeah, I guess it's a new Broadway show, which I'm stoked for because like Back to the Future is like one of my all-time favorite movies. The 3 of them, and then the other one I don't know the name of it, but we're sitting like pretty close. My friends got even better seats. Mm-hmm. Braggers. To see the dude who plays Harry Potter.
Oh, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
Is
like
that
we're
his
gonna be
name?
like he's gonna be right there.
I do love him as a person. I just feel like he's such a humble, cool, from like beginning to end, anything I've ever seen him interview, movie, whatever. He's just been a person that's like excited to be there and like appreciates being there. Yeah. Did you watch the documentary? I think it came out on HBO Max about his stunt double that got paralyzed from one of the movies.
From Harry Potter?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
So, oh my God, it's this big thing. Well, it was Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Okay.
And he's been Harry's stunt double, or a stunt double definitely like from all the movies.
What stunts were there in those movies?
So, I thought so too. I was like, how,
it's not
like,
Fast and the Furious,
really? But I think... like they played the one with all the games and they're like battling dragons or a lot of stuff on brooms. Sometimes they'll do if they're like flipping on them, falling off of them, stuff like that. It's actually really cool because they go through, like, they show you what kind of filming was like before they get into the accident. And they were filming Part 1 and they had rehearsed a stunt the day prior, and he went back into it to like do another stunt, and in the stunt he gets pulled back. So he gets like from like standing to then just jolted, pulled back. And he broke, I think, his spine or his neck maybe even. So he got paralyzed from, I think he can use his arms. But
they made a documentary about it?
Yes, because nothing came out. He didn't want it to come out during filming because he was like, these movies and the storyline was so magical for so many people. I didn't want... He was like, I wasn't going to sue anyone. Like, that's not what it was about. Like, these are my family. It was just like an accident. And like, that just comes with the job. But it was a really good documentary. It was really interesting.
Never watching Harry Potter again. He's right. No. No, I could, but that was, I mean.
It was really another one. Yeah, I know.
Intense.
But he, like, Daniel sees him because they were like really close on set.
Yeah,
and like, Daniel still goes and like visits him and stuff like that.
Well, good. I'll think even more highly of Daniel when I see him.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, he's just so,
So that's coming up in January. My friends are big on Broadway folks. Mm-hmm. And they saw, I think, who played? I'm sorry, every name is eluding me right now. The lead in Greatest Showman, Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman.
They saw him like front row. He was in the Music Man.
I do like him too.
Yeah, he's good. Most people like him. Good dude. Well, I don't know if he's a good dude. He seems like a good dude. I don't know him at all, but I see him and Ryan Reynolds like hanging out, and I'm like, I could hang out with those guys.
Oh, we've talked about this before. Ryan Reynolds, most definitely.
And when I see like him and Hugh Jackman are boys, I'm like, Hugh Jackman's got to be a good dude too,
yeah.
right? That's our audience.
We have a live audience.
This is like the Today Show. We should actually film against the glass, and then we could have people out there with signs trying to get.
That could be. We should make that a TikTok.
Yeah.
You're like when you start a podcast and you're just manifesting good things.
Right. The last show with these mics.
Amateur show.
And
I know. I started dabbling with them, and they, of course, are a little bit more high tech. So this morning I was like, yeah, we need a quick setup. And then when we have those, that'll be like I'll come in like 10 minutes prior to filming to like make sure everything's running smooth.
I think next year too, we can talk about this right now. I think next year too, we should have we should set a time limit, like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're going to definitely check these 4 boxes, like whatever, it's current events, a little bit of catching up, but current events and whatever else we determine. Mm-hmm. But that we're, one thing constructive feedback my wife has given us is that they run a little long.
They are. You're telling me.
The podcast, yeah.
You are telling me. Sometimes I'm editing them and I'm like, I don't have to ramble on about this. Yeah. But then it's so hard because with a podcast, it's a flowing conversation. So sometimes it's hard to be like, well, how did they get to this topic? They were just talking about this.
So I just think it's going to be on us. We'll
to shut up.
Up there on the wall and be like, hey, we're hard stop, 25 minutes,
Yeah.
And then we'll have it streaming on all your favorite services, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm excited. Very excited.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what's coming. So as far as movies, that's what I definitely have to watch a bunch still. I'm behind you, and I will catch up. I'll watch the Home Alone. Trish asked me the other day, what do you want to watch together? I said, I definitely want to watch Home Alone.
Yeah, that's just such a good... And they don't make Christmas movies the same anymore.
I agree.
So I feel like Home Alone...
And then I know you're not a fan or haven't watched it, but you should sit and watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
I have watched it.
Oh, okay. You just couldn't. It's not your thing.
I feel like I just am not 100% tuned into it when I watch it.
I guess too.
But I know it enough, like, I know that quote, what is it? It's like, why is the carpet wet? So-and-so. And she's like, I don't know, Todd. Like, I see that. I know that that's from that. Yeah. But I don't know. I like the Santa Claus movies. Like, I like those.
Same thing, though. I kind of like the first one. Mm-hmm. Maybe the third one was good. The second one of them was a little weird. Maybe it was the third one.
I like the third one because what's his name is in it?
Martin Short.
Yes, I love that one. We're actually watching when we were watching the show. I was like, oh, I want him to come back into it because I just love him as a person. I feel like he's not acting. He's just himself in everything he plays. But
yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
He was in. So he was those guys coming up in the 80s. That's why Chevy Chase is. I just love his humor in his movies. But him and Martin Short and Steve Martin were in Three Amigos, which if you haven't seen, you should see.
No.
Classic. Let me do a movies. There used to be a show in the early 90s, late 80s. It was on VH1. I think it was on VH1, and it was like some people watching a movie, and it was like cartoon characters. Some people watching this or listening would know what it was, but it's just like you just saw their silhouettes and then the movie, and they're just like making comments during it, and that was a show.
They, and I think my mom and I used to watch this. There was a show where they would get, I don't know if it was movies, but I think it was shows, and it was like reality TV shows like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, and they would have certain couples or families or friends a setup where they recorded their reaction and just play like their feedback through it all, and it was really funny. I wish they would bring it back because I did enjoy it.
Could be an idea for us.
Oh, live reaction.
So, speaking of Christmas presents and stuff, you're 3 weeks out. How we feel? How we feeling physically, mentally, spiritually, all the all the things.
So we decorated our tree last night,
Okay.
which was fun. Always, that's like a tradition we have because Scuba's family, his mom usually just does it. Like, his mom just gets out the ornaments and just, like, plots them up. Or if we're in the kitchen, like, we'll help. But my mom, she's like, Sunday night, we're going to put on Christmas music, set the vibes, decorate the tree. So that's what we usually do. That's what we did last night. Usually we wear matching PJs, but we did not this year. There have been for years I was like, Mom, I don't want to do the matching PJs. Like, enough, let it go. But then Christmas Eve we spend with Scuba's family, and they started doing matching PJs in each. So like his aunt, uncle, and cousins wear matching PJs, and then we would wear different matching PJs. So everyone's in PJs and they're matching with like their I know with their families. And finally I was like, well, Mom, pick out your PJs, because I can't do it with the Sylvias and not do it with you, because that's not fair to your heart.
That's
you know?
true. Good daughter.
Yep. But she didn't do it this year, but I think we might do it on Christmas. I don't know, when we open presents. I'm not sure. But I'm behind on gifts. Gifts are hard this year, I feel like.
I bought 0 gifts. That's par for the course. I do need to buy something for my wife, probably.
Yep.
I feel like you might find this as you get older, like we've, I think, opted for experiences over.
You know what's
presents.
funny? A few years ago, I said that to Scuba. I was like, I honestly would love if we put, like, still got a few things to be able to open up on Christmas, but even if we put a majority of our Christmas budget into, like, a weekend in New Hampshire or something.
Yeah, we're taking a cruise in March. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was like, that's our gift. That's great. I don't really need any things, honestly. And we talked about this. I think today's day and age, like, you're upset that your presents weren't here, or things weren't here today. You probably ordered them 6 minutes ago, and you're frustrated. And that's just what the technology and the speed at which we receive things now. You don't wait for things for your birthday and Christmas anymore. You just buy it. So it's kind of taken away the thrill of those days. So there's nothing I'm like, oh, I can't wait till Christmas. Then I'm going to finally get that thing.
Right. Like, I almost feel bad asking for things because I'm so used to just buying them. I did tell Scuba the decorations I bought, and he let out a big sigh, and he was like, Jaden, why? I was like, because it's Christmas. Like, I need new decorations.
Of course.
But,
so we're doing 2 Christmases, couple days before Christmas with my kids, and then we're leaving town, going to the southeastern United States to see the rest of the family. So we'll actually be there on Christmas Day, I guess. We'll do Christmas again. It'll be great. It'll be warm. I'll be swimming.
Oh, you're going to Florida?
Yeah.
I was trying to... I'll play it back. I literally was like, you could see slowly turning, like, what is he talking about?
Looking
like,
at the
where
map.
is he going? Yeah. He's going to Florida. That's what we did one year. We didn't do a Christmas, or like my mom, she's very much similar to me, where she still got us a few things to open up.
Right.
But most of it was like for the trip, of like, oh, here are your snacks you can pack for the plane, or here's like, whatever. And then we left on Christmas and went to Florida, and and that was like a cold Christmas season, I remember, because we went to Florida and it felt so much warmer. And we were like, our seasonal depression is cured.
Yeah.
Because it was like a rough one.
Yeah, I love going away. Usually middle of February.
Yeah, I feel like that's the perfect time.
Yeah. This year it looks like it's just because the kids' vacation schedule is going to be March, but pumped for it. So, the holidays are busy. Got a busy week. On the business front, I'm running for a board seat. So that's happening this week. So I have to go to dinner and, shake hands and kiss babies. On Wednesday, and then Thursday, or I think Friday, we have our company brunch, holiday brunch. So we got a lot of
order something. I should order it now because I have nothing to wear.
Oh, jeez.
I'm
sure you have plenty to wear.
No, I'll cut this out. But I wore these jeans. We had an engagement party on Saturday, and I was like, oh, I gotta wear jeans, and I don't have any dresses. So I wore these jeans, and Scuba was like, jeans? That's a little risky, isn't it? I was like, 100%. And we left earlier because I was like, I can't wear these anymore. Like, they just don't.
They're not comfortable?
The more I eat over time, they don't fit.
Oh, okay.
So then it just hurts to wear them.
Okay.
So, like, they fit now. When I have my lunch later, I will most definitely be sitting with, like, my pants unbuttoned.
Yeah.
And then just button them if I have to get up.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the vibe.
I've seen my wife do that before.
Yep. So that's where we're at. So I need to get, like, something comfy.
You have no dresses?
No, none that I like anymore.
Oh, okay. You have dresses.
But they're like, no, they're summer dresses. They're not winter dresses. Okay. That's the thing. Because I do have dresses, but they're all like, they're like from the cruise.
Yeah.
Can't wear that.
Yeah.
Like, we can keep going for the audio, but that camera itself can only record up to, like, 15 minutes consecutively.
Okay. Maybe that's our hard stop.
But yeah, could be. Just doing two stops. 15 and 15.
Or we just do 15.
Yeah.
This
is the 15-minute podcast.
We'll see. Yeah.
Where we wrap everything up in 15 minutes.
We'll see. Yeah. Here we can review 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
People want things short, right? Fast to the point.
Right.
So
exactly.
What else was what were we talking about there? Oh yeah, Friday. So that'll be fun. We got some things planned, some surprises.
Really?
If you will. So
Are we coming in? I planned on it, but are we coming in the morning of, or are we just meeting there?
I probably won't because I have to get there to set up. But you
like, are they?
You could probably talk to them. I mean, I think they probably are.
Ladies.
I think that we're gonna shut down. Well, you can go to. I presume that they will not come back here, but at 1:00 or whatever it's over, you can go home for the day.
Okay. What a treat!
Your day's over, or you can go to work and get paid. It's kind of up to you how you want to do it. But we just need to know from people what their intentions are.
Yeah.
So that'll be Friday. I'm going out. My wife's got a surprise for me at Foxwoods on Saturday. Don't know what it is. So I've been pretty good about I've been so like in the zone with like life stuff that I usually I catch an email that says that there's a show, at Foxwoods. Because I think we're going to something.
Okay.
And then I think we're going to sleep up there. It's going to be nice.
That'll be exciting. Just a little getaway.
Yeah, a little couple thing. And then go to see if we can get some bar seating at Gordon Ramsay's at Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, yeah. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it was there that we ate. Because at my last job, when we worked there for Nationals, I forget if we went up there on a Thursday or really early on a Friday, so it was like dead. So we might have.
Gordon Ramsay's is new. Like really new. Like months old.
We were in there in the summer.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. But wherever we ate, it was delicious.
Yeah.
And I remember I had sangria, and it was delicious.
It's very expensive there. But it's fine. I mean, it's just us for one night. And then got to get back on Sunday because we are going to a matinee of The Christmas Carol at Trinity.
That's right. The Christmas of the Carols.
Hopefully it doesn't get canceled. So
yeah,
we've
we're
had some bad luck.
good things.
Yeah. So
speaking of Christmas, I started reading a Christmas book to get reading into my routine.
Love it.
It's called The Christmas Table. I'm about, I want to say a good 12 chapters in. Already started tearing up from it.
Really?
Yeah. Scuba was watching football, like yelling at the TV, and I'm like, this is like, this book I can already tell is going to ruin me. So
what is it called?
The Christmas Table.
Oh, The Christmas Table.
Mm-hmm. And it is kind of mixed in, the vibes that I'm getting is the Family Stone without all the drama, like that cozy, just Christmas, and This Is Us.
Okay. Neither of which I've seen.
I thought you've seen This Is Us.
Trish watched it. I didn't.
So, Trish, if you're watching, this might be, if you like to read, this might be the next book you should read, because it definitely reminded more of This Is Us in it. And I'm like, oh, God. I'm going to sob like a baby.
I like the dynamic of you reading right next to her yelling the boyfriend.
I'm very good at tuning things out, honestly. Yeah. Even when I'm reading. Like, I know it's easier sometimes when you're working on a computer and, like, listening to stuff. But definitely reading, I'm pretty good with that. So
it's like we need to be together. You don't have to just like, hey, I'm going to go to the other room.
Well, because I don't mind it. Like, we just lay in bed. I'm like, you do your thing. I'll be right here next to you doing my thing.
That was last night?
Yeah, that was Sunday. Yesterday.
Last night?
Yesterday, yeah.
What are you laying in bed watching football at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? was it the primetime game at 8 o'clock? Or was it midday?
It was miserable outside.
You're watching the Patriots game. He was laying in bed watching the Patriots game.
Yes.
All right. I don't know.
I think it was that. Yeah, because it was in the middle of the day.
Okay.
Because I read a little bit and then I took a nap at 3:30.
You wouldn't understand. My man Scuba. Come on. I guess I appreciate him supporting you in some weird way, just laying there with you.
Just
but
rotting in bed.
He can be a man, his own man, and get up and go to the living room and yell at the TV.
With Arthur, yeah, that's definitely a little harder to tune out if it's a double whammy of him and his dad in the living room together. But he really doesn't have lazy Sundays.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, everything I've heard from him, the guy's a go-getter, hustler, and again, like, I understand, want to be there for you, but I don't know if I've ever, like, other than maybe being sick, just like laying in bed watching a football game.
Well,
the Patriots suck. Don't get me wrong, but
some of us like to lay in bed and just rot all day for our day.
Well, you have extenuating circumstances, and it was crappy weather.
You know. Some of us like it.
All right. I apologize, man. No hard feelings.
I could honestly lay in bed all day.
I could.
No matter what the weather. Even in the summer, the AC blasting, you're cozy in bed.
Come on, you want to get up and dance.
No, not in the summer. Are you kidding? That was the worst. Especially during COVID when dance started back up and we had to wear masks.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so hot. Trying to teach and talk and...
I know. I worked out CrossFitting with a mask on. I mean, what are we doing?
Awful. It's like
dangerous. I think we just like fall down.
Yes, it's just the sweat that I would start breaking out. Everyone you could see like would start breaking out because of like the mask and the sweat. It's awful.
I actually love to go back and like watch us on video, like how ridiculous we.
Oh yeah.
I mean, whatever we did. We had to do, I guess, but it's just wild now to think of it.
Yeah, it is cringy. I don't think I would ever go back. Like, I don't know if I would mentally be okay if they were like, hey, another mask mandate.
Nobody. Yeah, I mean,
could be riots.
Society wouldn't do it. Yeah.
No.
Nobody would conform to it.
Yeah, even if the government was like, no, you have to.
Yeah, people
like, no, you don't understand. We're not
because
you
can't come around and make you, right? So, like, this is not going to happen. Although I will say, like, it's made it more of an acceptable piece when traveling, which I'm not adverse to. Like, I think that if you're on an airplane and, like, people are coughing and sneezing around you, you want to throw in your 3M mask. Like, at least you don't look like the maniac that you would have probably 40 years ago or 40 years ago, 5 years ago. I shouldn't say maniac because it was a pretty common thing, I thought, with like the Asian community. I would be traveling and they would have, but it wasn't common here. So, but now, like, if somebody was sneezing and coughing around me and it's cold and flu season, I'd be like,
put your mask on.
Yeah, or I would, like, whatever.
Sometimes, yes, I don't know.
Like, I might just travel one just because. Like, I didn't have one on this last flight, but I saw a couple of people. I was like, man, I should have one. Just like, what if I get stuck to some next dude who's just, like, hacking, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel two ways about it. I feel like they do make somewhat of a difference somewhere along the lines, but I also think, like, you can get sick traveling. You can get sick.
Absolutely.
Just going throughout your house.
I mean, you need to have the right mask, too. You can't just, like, have your bandana tied around your face. And, yeah, you're right. Like, is it one more layer level of protection? Maybe. So, I don't know. Like I said, I just think if people want to do it now, it's at least a little bit more acceptable from a society standpoint. So, people would be less judgy.
I'm still judging.
Well,
I'm
never
judging
gonna change.
24/7. Honestly, I judge myself. I'm a hater. I'll say it, but I think I'm a positive hater because I'm like, you know
Doesn't
what?
even make sense.
Yes, it does, because I think to each their own. If that's what makes you happy, truly do what makes you happy.
But you hate it.
But you couldn't. Yeah, I would never. But I would never do that with like certain stuff. You know what I mean?
That's not really hating, I don't think.
Okay. And that's that.
Yeah, that's no, I disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
You're a lover.
Yep.
not
not
a fighter. What else is planned? Anything else going on this week? How's your week look?
So busy. I'm so busy.
Any dancing?
I have to teach.
Okay.
Tuesday.
Dinner plans? Date nights?
Nope. Holiday brunch.
Right.
Friday.
That's work. Any personal life stuff?
That's it.
Oh.
I'll have to check my calendar. Oh wait! I do have something. I have like a Christmas, Thanksgiving dinner on Saturday with my friends.
Oh, nice.
It's like the friend group. We took marketing together in high school.
Okay.
And we've kept touch over the years. And it's very hard to get us all together.
Yeah, I'm sure.
One of us used to live in Florida. He just moved back.
Okay.
So it's been a little bit easier.
Got it.
But originally we were like discussing, I was kind of like, we need to figure out like what we're eating, guys. Like someone make a list.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, what about tacos? I was like, tacos isn't Christmas. Why are we making tacos?
What is Christmas?
Like
A ham.
mashed potatoes, ham, chicken, like, you know what? Similar to Thanksgiving, like the cousin to Thanksgiving, because it's a lot of similar food. Okay. Stuffing, you know. I feel like that's normal.
I guess.
I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye out this
I'm saying,
Christmas.
I think it could be a nice like change of pace to do tacos or something. I know like one of my close friends, his family always just used to do Chinese food the night before. That became like a tradition.
I had Chinese food this weekend. I was actually going to bring it for lunch, but then I didn't think it was still good.
Good, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I had pizza.
Yeah. But I
didn't need your approval on it. I just was.
I know. I was thinking about like pizza. Speaking of pizza, my brother loves Domino's pizza, and I think it's disgusting. We were talking about it last night. They were like, "Oh, do you want any?" I'm like, "No." It literally smells like feet.
It's not a good choice. I mean, if you can get
it turns my it turns my stomach just thinking about the smell of Domino's. Sorry. That's all you're.
There goes the Domino's sponsorship.
I know. God, Domino's. Sorry, but it's true. Your pizza smells like feet. And I think we should end it on that.
Cheers to feet, and have a great week. Have a great week.
Did you just make a poem out of Domino's pizza and feet?
I just wanted yeah, I don't know what I was doing.
Cut. We need to cut. This is why we don't film in the morning. We can't film in the morning anymore.